On. Time to shine today, podcast varsity squad. Today is all about butterflies in bliss with my awesome sauce friend, my neighbor to the south, about 60 miles. She's down in Miami, Florida, and I'm up here in Jupiter where we're enjoying some awesome weather here in the month of February. But I have Meg Nocero, and hopefully I said that right, which I think I wrote it down. Is that correct, Meg?
Well, you made me. I am Italian, so Nocero is the Italian.
No, I need to roll that R.
Yeah, but it's Nocero, but that's good. You're good. I said, yeah, so no worries.
I feel bad, and you told me that, and I apologize. I'm so sorry. But Meg,
you took me back to my roots.
Meg is an attorney, a former federal prosecutor. Hello. I'm sure that she has some awesome stories there, which we won't get too much into those, but we'll get into her origins. She's an inspirational speaker, certified empowerment coach, and award-winning author of The Magical Guide to Bliss, Daily Keys to Unlock Your Dreams, Spirit, and Inner Bliss. She holds a bachelor's in Spanish with a concentration in Italian from Boston College, a MA in International Affairs from the University of Miami, go Canes, and a JD from St. Thomas University School of Law. She is the owner of Butterflies Bliss, like I said before, founded a nonprofit called S.H.I.N.E, which is just fantastic, which stands for the Spirit, Hope, Inside Networking Events. So it's a nonprofit. She's just absolutely killing it. She has a new book coming out that we're going to talk about with her memoirs. There will be a giveaway at the end, so make sure you listen all the way through. And this is a kicker. She was on stage at the American Airlines Arena with none other than Oprah Winfrey in 2014. She's been on CNN Espanol with Ismael Cala in 2016, appeared on the Improve Your Mind, Body, Soul, and Even Your Wallet panel at the Book Conline 2020, and a podcast called Manifesting with Meg, Conversations with Extraordinary People, which I can't wait to get on there. Hint, hint. So Meg, that is a hell of an introduction. Sorry for butchering the last name, but we'll get it right for now going forward. But thank you so much for coming on. Introduce yourself to Time to Shine Today podcast varsity squad. But first, what emoji do you use most when you text?
Total butterflies.
Butterflies.
Yeah.
The reason why I asked that first because I was hoping that you would say that. And Meg, what's your favorite color?
Oh, I love purple.
Purple, and why?
Well, purple, that is the indigo purple because there's a lot of wisdom and healing in it. And I am all about wisdom and healing. And usually because I have sometimes need of more wisdom and healing. So they say what you strive for is what you should probably bring into your environment. So there you go. The purple is all about it.
And you are regal, and purple's regal. I mean, it's in your color wheel. If you're watching on YouTube or any other video channels, she's a beautiful woman, but purple would be awesome in her color wheel. And you have that mix between red and blue, where the blue is kind of cool, chill, relaxing, but the red can come out at times. And I'm thinking I'm kind of seeing that. If you have to, right? So let's get into our origins. I mean, academically, you rock, right? You kind of came through that with flying colors, unlike myself, but that's okay. But let's get to the origins of Meg and kind of move it forward into Butterflies and Bliss.
The origins of me, kind of the educational wheel, and you spoke to the color wheel. The educational wheel is, I always love the word education as the breakdown between E and ducare in Latin is to lead yourself out of something. So when you want to educate yourself, and I seriously say there's life education and there is the institutional education. And I think so much so both are just the combination of both can help people guide them to at least, embellish on their true calling, to bring it out. So I laugh because I'm addicted to the classroom. If you take me into a room and someone, is going to teach me something that's going to open my eyes to a new way of thinking, a new perspective, I got my pen always with me, maybe the writer in me, I don't know, but I'm always taking notes. And it's really quite wonderful what we get to learn from each other. And there's something beautiful about your show and your whole, Time to Shine message is that so much we can learn from each other, and that whole part of, that wisdom seeking and the awareness and how we can come alive by basically pay attention to what comes up around us and listen to the intuition and to others. I mean, that, and I, the fact of the matter is that I'm educated as an attorney, but the best part of that is not actually the practice, but it was the tools I learned to be able to listen well, and then be able to articulate a response that would actually address the situation. Now, many times, as a prosecutor, you're always cross-examining people, which I have a really tough time putting that part away because, I know what answer I want to get to, and I want you to admit what I want you to admit to, and it feels like I'm interrogating you. So maybe it's not a great thing for a lot of your friendships. But it's a part of my training. So, using all of those wonderful elements of your training and bringing that into your life experience is a beautiful thing. And plus the whole openness and curiosity to what else is there to learn as well. And how that got me to butterflies and bliss is, butterflies signify for me the transformation. Bliss is just like the highest level of happiness. And, what we can all guarantee in life is change, the whole transformatory process. And then the happiness, it's everything, everyone's doing whatever they're doing in their life, they're trying to grab onto what that means for them. And I think in many respects in our early life, we try to imitate others because we think that's going to make us happy by showing up with an inauthentic approach, because look at them, look at they're showing to the world, until we actually start to look within and see what makes us shine. I'll use that word, and then start to focus on that. When we show up authentically, that's truly when we get to grab onto the happiness. So butterflies and bliss is basically helping others figure out what what the bray of their heart is yelling for, and having them focus on that passion with purpose so they can show up in their life doing what they're here to do, the calling, the vocation, and that they can turn around and be in this world authentically and unapologetically so.
Love that.
Yeah.
That you broke that down with regards to butterflies and bliss, with the transformation with the butterflies, and the bliss is kind of live your passion and be authentic and get away from the imposter syndrome, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Love that. So what did your family think with, you're a prosecutor, you're successful with it. Like, what'd your family think about the transition into butterflies and bliss? Because like you just said, like, you're basically interrogating, because I've been on the witness stand, luckily not under something I was doing wrong, but I've been on the witness stand for something and have been interrogated. Like, what did your family think that, like, she's got the personality to interrogate and stuff like that? Now she's talking about butterflies and bliss. What did your family think about that?
Well, I mean, the whole transformation process into my own career transformation started after my mother passed away. So basically, I was devastated. And when I first started talking about doing something else, they're all like, you're devastated right now. You're depressed. You can't really jump into something else because that is not rational. That is coming from a place of emotion. Mm-hmm. And, they were kind of like, she's jumping off, like, she's like going to be kicked off the island if she doesn't get her, together. So, right. The bottom line is, we all, it's so funny because our wonderful friend Berta had said in a post, you can't experience growth if you want to experience security.
Right.
You need to jump out of that secure setting so that you can see what you're made of outside the box, which we all know is we create our own boxes for that, notion of what is secure, what is that we want to grab onto. So the bottom line is, I think that they were more concerned that I don't jump before I'm ready to fly.
I love that.
Yeah. And because they love me and they didn't want to see me give up something that I worked so hard for.
Right.
And that my parents invested in that for me, my education and what it came out. And, they just wanted to know that I was a rational being at point in times when I can be very butterfly-ish, where I'm up in the horizons and I'm flying while I'm like looking down, and I always say the muggles of the world, with like Harry Potter, the muggles and the wizards, and the muggles can't really see what the wizards do. But the bottom line is you still need grounding. And it's not necessarily to destroy that spark of light within, but it's so you move accordingly in a way that you don't, completely fall.
They were like kind of like crabs in a bucket in a sense, where that whole analogy where it's not that they're mad what you're doing. They're just come back to safety. When crab tries to get out, trust me, I've been through it with my family as well. So what do you think makes a great coach or leader?
Well, a great leader, hands down, to be able to sit at the table and be the last one to give your opinion, to ask a question or identify a problem and offer the space for those people that you have hired to sit at your table to give their opinion, so that they are not speaking to what you want them to say,
right?
But they are speaking to the genius within them. So they share that, and the collaboration can come from that. I think that's leader, is to say, I don't know it all. That's why you're here. And I welcome your opinion, and I welcome the discussion and the conversation. As far as,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, please go ahead.
Well, as far as a coach is concerned, when someone comes to you, usually it's because they align with what you are showing the world. So when they come to you from a place of, a desire to level up, Scott, I have to say it at least once, in this world, they see something in you that they want to see in their own life. However, you offer the wisdom of your experience by allowing them to state out their course. So understand what they intend.
Yes.
Because it's not about you. It's like the magical guide. I offer the guide. It's a guide. Yes. Take what you like and leave the rest. It's something that might help you on your path, but you have to own your path.
I love
accountability.
I love that you said that, because a lot of people that are coaches, they become consultants instead of coaching, where coaching will kind of help you with the tools. Just like, there's a high school football coach, or even at the highest level, they're not on the field playing, but they're going to give them the tools to help them kind of find your way and stake out their course. Like you said, that's fantastic. So as you're bringing somebody in to help them level up, what is some of your secret sauce to help them find their blind spots?
Well, I am a true believer that when someone comes from a place of confidence, they have a faith and belief in themselves, that they can do almost anything in their world. So first and foremost, I want to see where they are, and I have a strategic plan that I like to look at the different areas of their lives and to see where they feel that they like. So for instance, physical or financial or interpersonal or, intellectual, even the educational component. Some people don't even read books anymore, and they may want to have an interest in actually educating themselves in that direction. And then the other one is spiritual. If I find those 5 elements of one's life, I like to see where they are. So I ask a lot of questions around those areas to see what is their intention with working for me. And then, the power of awareness is really something that I start with, and it comes from, I've said this many times in interviews, but I do love the poetry of Mary Oliver. And she said, instructions for living a life is paying attention, being astonished, and telling all about it. So the whole part starts when we're paying attention to our life. Well, there's a reason why you're sitting and talking to me right now, asking the questions about what it is that you feel you're frustrated around, so that I can help you identify that, and from a place of strength. Remember what I said before, confidence. You can do anything. From a place of belief, you can do anything. So what I'll do is I'll point out all the things in their life that they're doing right. The validation component, the understanding that you're not starting at zero, because that is very overwhelming. Even when I left my job, I was like, oh my God, I was like, throw out the baby with the bathwater. No, you have to take everything that you've built, this beautiful, beautiful life story up until this point. And then from that place of strength and what you feel like has made you come alive, go from there, because those strengths, kind of like the antithesis to taking a math course for me is like, I feel stupid, well, take me to the history or writing, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm a genius, total different, but the bottom line is that you take me from the place of strength, I can do anything. And you take me from the place of my weaknesses, not that you don't want to help people through that, but giving them tools, but you have to really build them up so they can hear you better, because people hear better when you build them up rather than tearing them down.
Beautiful. Well said on that. And I agree with it wholeheartedly that you can do anything from a place of belief. And so when you're bringing somebody in and you're maybe still in the discovery process, is there any good question that you wish they would ask you but never do?
Ask me. I love, I always say, I don't mind the big ask because I know my big why. Mm-hmm. So if someone wants to get to know me, the question is, what is your why? I think that that's a great question to start from, because if they know from where I come and how I present to them and how I want to help them, the why I'm doing what I'm doing, then it's a true vulnerable buy-in. They see me. I don't try to pretend that I am perfect. I don't pretend that I know everything, but I do understand my why. And my why is I'm here to inspire others to come alive to the beauty of their life. Because I think then when we have whole people in this world out there doing their thing, I don't have to be coaching them for forever. I can walk into your life for a certain time period, help you understand how beautiful you are or how wonderful you are, so that when you go out into the world, you hear perhaps my voice, the coach, right?
Love it.
Go for it. Keep going.
I
go
love
on,
that.
Move. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get in our DeLorean then. And with Marty McFly for Back to the Future. Let's go back to, say, the 22-year-old Meg. What kind of knowledge nuggets are you dropping on her that will maybe help her blast through, level up, and shorten that learning curve?
Well, when I was 22, I was starting my master's program here in Miami. And I picked up my whole life from Orlando, moved down here. I actually took what was a gap year, that would be considered now a gap year. I took a gap year because I didn't know what I wanted to do after I graduated from college. I had no vision. I had a feeling of how I wanted to feel. I knew that. I just didn't have a vision as to how I could put that into practice and support myself doing, this butterfly life of mine.
Right.
So what I would go back and tell that Meg in my DeLorean, I was like, oh my God, you have no idea how much fun you're going to have when you finally lay off the judgment, lay off the shame, stop, berating yourself, and stop thinking that you have to be something you're not. And then just start to sit in your own skin, really feeling comfortable there, and start to play. And I think, I really do think, I was taught work hard, it's important, show up. Sure. I have all of those values, all of the Aristotelian values, like built up in my being and my fibers. Sure. But the bottom line is, once you have that, you gotta have fun here. Like, and that's what you like even here is like the play, this notion that
I love
joy.
It.
Joy is there.
You said lay off the shame. That's fantastic, and enjoy life and have fun. So how do you want your dash remembered, though? That little line in between your incarnation date and your expiration date, your life date and death date. How do you want that dash remembered? How do you want Meg's dash?
I just want people to remember me by, that, because I was vulnerable and because I shared my story and because they didn't give up on themselves.
Yes.
And, because there's so many times in my life, if I'm being honest, that I was ready to like throw in the towel and just in my puddle of tears, like on the floor, like, literally crawling out, because I knew that, the obligations and the responsibilities were there, crawling out of the corners of the hole that I dug myself. I was like, I just don't want to do this anymore. And somebody came into my life and shone a light and said, look, it's not that far away. Just come with me, and grabbed on and grabbed me and grabbed me forth. So I want to be that for whoever I can, to shine a light and this is here for you, and don't give up on yourself.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And so what is, quickly on this one, what is one thing that people misunderstand the most about Meg?
Oh God, I'm very defensive. I'm a very defensive person.
You're a prosecutor.
Yeah. And it's really hard because I think, I was bullied as a kid, really badly bullied as a kid. And I think that, even going into law, I kind of was like, nobody really helped me. Nobody really stood up for me. So I had to come to the place where I had my own words that I would know I could defend myself and I could use, articulately. My son goes to me, I laugh because she's like, oh my God, that is not the worst that can come at me, and I was like, well, the thing is that, I really felt like I wanted someone to show up for me then, that I became the advocate that I needed back when I was a kid. So,
Beautiful.
The misunderstanding is that I have a hard, cold shell. I don't need help and I don't need love and I'm okay. I can do everything myself. And that's what I may come across to the world as sometimes. But the reality is that I do need to be in collaboration. I love the connections. I love working with other people. And I will never take, the validation and the accolades by myself, because I know it's other people who've helped me get to where I am. So,
it's been a team effort. So then what is your definition of a life well lived?
I don't know. Did I see the world? Did I get to know as many people as I could? Did I open my mind to the possibilities that, I believed would happen and actually, had seen them happen? Did I read all the books of the world? Did I go to the great monuments and understand the great cultures? Did I, sit in quiet with my daughter and look out at the ocean, and my son?
Just be mindful and in that moment. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's from the big to the small. It's everything.
I love it. And squad, as we wind things down just a little bit, we're going to move into our leveling up lightning round with my awesome Butterflies and Bliss friend, Meg, just as soon as we get back from thanking our sponsors and affiliates. And hey, we are back with Meg. I love this lady, Butterflies and Bliss. She's amazing, a former federal prosecutor that moved into now to helping people with transformation, finding passion, and living that light. And Meg, we're going to go into our leveling up lightning round. You and I could talk 15, 20 minutes, maybe an hour on each one of these questions. You got 5 seconds.
Oh, geez.
No explanation. So you got to turn off the federal prosecutor and just have to answer this straight up. You ready to rock? And they all can be done that way. Okay?
Let's do it. Let's
all
do
right.
it.
What is the best leveling up advice Meg's ever received?
Show up.
Yes.
Show up.
Share one of your personal habits that contributes to your success.
Free writing, 3 pages every morning. Just
Beautiful.
Stream of consciousness. Beautiful.
Other than your own website, Meg Nocero, hopefully I said that right, .com, and TimeToShineToday.com, my shameless plug. What other website does Meg go to level up?
Oh, I love Pam Grout's website.
Beautiful.
PamGrout.com.
Got it.
She's awesome.
Yes, absolutely. And I'll put that in the show notes as well, folks. So if you could stay one age for the rest of your life physically, keep all of that educational smarty pants stuff that you already have and all the wisdom that you've gained and still continue to garner wisdom, what age would that be that you could stay physically for the rest of your life? And don't lie.
45.
45? Beautiful.
Yeah.
And I can't believe she's a beautiful woman, folks. If you see her here, I always take 32, but we'll give her that because it's her interview. So who, again, one word answer, who has made the most profound impact on your life?
My parents.
Beautiful. How about what's the worst advice you've ever been given? Quick answer.
Don't follow your dreams.
I love it. What's your favorite charity and organization like to give your time or money to?
Well, just because I spoke to them yesterday, Best Buddies is a great charity organization.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll put that in the show notes, squad. And this is the last question. You can elaborate just a little bit on this one, but what is the best decade of music? 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s?
Oh my God. I love music. I love the Smiths. So like literally
70s, 80s.
It has to be alternative music. Oh God, get me in a Smith song. And I'm just like, big mouth, baby.
I love the Smiths. I love it. So how can we find you, Meg?
So I have my webpage is megnocero.com. I'm on Facebook at Meg Nocero. I'm on Instagram at Meg Nocero. I'm on LinkedIn at Meg Nocero. I'm on Amazon. My books are on Amazon. Just put my name, Meg Nocero, and they'll all come up. And you can contact me via email at it's megnocero@mac.com.
I love it. And let's talk a little bit about our memoir. that you are writing that'll be launching?
Well, it is coming out September 7th, 2021, and it's called Butterfly Awakens. It's a memoir of transformation through grief. And basically, I share the vulnerability of the loss I experienced when my mother passed away, and then what happened to me having to navigate grief for the first time, that significant grief for the first time, and then what I decided to do. And the end is actually kind of awesome because I walked El Camino de Santiago de Compostela, which is a pilgrimage that many people did in the 8th century.
Yeah.
Yes, the way. Yes, the way. I actually organized a group with one of my colleagues, and we walked the 111 kilometers.
And that's in the book?
It's in the book.
Oh, I can't wait
in the book.
to.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome. And I'm going to do a giveaway now, squad, with her book that she wrote, Sparkle and Shine, 108 Mantras to Brighten Your Day and Lighten Your Way. And if whoever comments first on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, wherever she's going to be seen, we will send you a free autograph copy that my friend Meg Nocero. I'm butchering it. I'm sorry. I'm just saying Meg. My friend
Nocero.
Meg.
Stay with Italian.
She'll autograph it for you and mail it out. But Time to Shine today is going to take care of all of that for you. So make sure that you do and make a comment and tell us how much you love this interview as much as I did with my awesome friend Meg from Butterflies Bliss. She said, educare, the Latin term for education is lead yourself out of something. And that's something that we do every day. And I didn't even know that that's what it meant in Latin, which is fantastic. She says that we need a community to learn from each other all the time. That as an attorney, she learned the tools to listen with an articulate response. And that's another exercise that we need to kind of work on. And Butterfly is the kind of the signal of transformation. And then Bliss is live your passion and be authentic, not an impostercism. And so what Meg is doing with Butterflies and Bliss fits perfectly with Butterflies and Bliss. The leader is somebody that gives the last to give an opinion. Okay. What people don't understand about leading, this is what I even tell my clients, is that leading is actually easy because if you put the right people in the right place, the answer's already given to you. And Meg kind of brought that up to us. A coach is going to align you with the state to follow your course. She's not going to tell you how to do it because she doesn't know. She's going to help pull out the best in you and find that the power of awareness is clear within you so you can kind of pull forward. And she reminds us that you can do anything from a place of belief. And if you're going to work with a coach, ask them their why. Why do they want to help you level up? Make sure that they're on board for really helping you level up. She's going to be remembered as someone that inspires and care to bring out your own beauty in your life. She wants to be remembered as someone that helped shine that light ahead of you so you can actually attain that Butterflies and Bliss, that transformation and that passion. She's going to remind us that life is a team effort, to stay open to all possibilities with travel, books. She mentioned just looking at the ocean and with her awesome daughter, I believe, and just being present and being mindful. And just to show up every day and make sure you look for her book, The Butterfly Awakens memoir. And also don't forget about the giveaway with Sparkle and Shine that we have on this podcast. And Meg, you're so beautiful. You're so humble yet hungry. You level up your health. You level up your wealth. Thank you so much for coming. I can't wait to collaborate with you in the future. Love your guts. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Scott.
You're very welcome, Bob. Bye.